You hold in your hands a special book, a fruit of difficult labor and the product of endless hours of skin shedding and transformation. The contributors all wandered their own paths through their soul's darkest nights to be where they are today. From all walks of life, from the earth's four corners, they have come to etch into stone, okay, paper or screen, the things we all need most. Hope, love, peace, kindness, joy, life. Once upon a long, long time ago, all of us were connected as all other creatures were, to themselves, to each other, to the great wide universe around them. They knew their cardinal points, knew where the sun rose and set, knew where the ground was, where to find food, clothing, and shelter, and most of all, where to find peace. As time marched onward and priorities evolved, something was lost on our paths. Doors, once open, were closed. Beliefs firmly held were visited by doubt. Shadows crept and crawled through dark places, and fear reared its ugly head. Reality became a reality, nothing more. There was nothing behind it, nothing to look forward to. Those days every kid rejoiced in, spent, usually outside, tearing through nature, because life was simply the cat's meow. Those days had served their time. Where once the fountain of spirit gushed, it gushed only dust. But the universe works in amazing, unforeseen ways. People were put in our paths. Books found our curious fingers. Amazing occurrences and miracles repeated themselves. For those with new, awakened eyes, such works would be seen as gifts from above, from beyond. Someone or something was gently nudging us in the right direction. No progress would have occurred, however, without faith. For each author found here, and each hashtag superfreak in general, proof and logic were for science and math classes, not for life. They had bigger fish to fry, vegan if necessary. It was time to let go, to trust, to release oneself from tethers, crutches, and chains, and to find those freedoms many countries' constitutions often spoke of, but rarely delivered. It was time to make leaps of faith, to quit financially rewarding, but emotionally and spiritually depleting jobs. It was high time to be more heart-centered, to align oneself with one's creator soul, to ground oneself, but also to raise one's consciousness and vibrations. Anyone could complain and curse the fates, but this oyster world was waiting to be opened and experienced. It was time to do what one loved. We all have great gifts to offer, but it isn't until one trusts one's instincts fully and believes in one's skills, powers, and talents enough to step into them that good things happen. These authors let control's reins slip. They awakened, remembering the incredible persons they had been before the world. And they themselves decided to label them otherwise. Lo and behold, strange things occurred. Friends informed them of job opportunities. They met friends, lovers, and partners, and their finances improved. Miracles happened. Our furious ego-driven minds, the guards that kept us in our own minds and woes, always at war with our surroundings, aligned instead and moved in harmony with our environs. Balance was found, where before we careened like bulls through a china shop world. We became sensitive to our places and to the effects of our behaviors on others. We founded communities where there once was separation and division. We connected where before we had been cut loose. We found support, which is critical. As one wise man pointed out, a lack of support leads to ill-begotten behaviors. We drink too much, we engage in reckless behavior, we commit suicide or worse. Instead of selfishness and apathy, we discovered generosity, charity, compassion, sympathy, and especially empathy. Instead of ignorance, we found understanding. Instead of seeing trees or all of nature as a resource only, we understood that they, like us, live. Trees desire much of the same things, the same love, health, peace, and chances that we do. Furthermore, as recent science has pointed out, when their health and chances are threatened, they cry out, literally, as we do, but sadly, only empaths and very sensitive scientific instruments can hear them. Instead of insolence and ingratitude, we remain respectful and kind and are endlessly thankful for all we're given, even Abba. Whether we're a member of a First Nation or not, we understand at an elemental level how connected we are to nature and never take our earth for granted. Its value is without price and rivals only that of certain Pokemon cards. Every little step was work. Somehow, the following authors found guidance and direction, either within themselves or from helpful passers-by on their travels. And each found the strength to put in shift work, to begin asking serious questions about who they were and what they were all about. Is this all there is? Am I not better than the sum of my experiences? Must I allow the world to define me? Do I not deserve success? Must I allow fear and past failures to govern my future? Must I repeat one terrible year, one catastrophic experience, again and again for the rest of my days? It became obvious just how tangled and anchored these people were to that which had always kept them down. Whether food, drink, distractions, childhood nightmares, certain situations and fears pointed to childhood demons. Our authors freed themselves from these burdens and allowed the universe to chime in. This great and wise living entity that only wants the best for us and for all life helped steer them upwards